Still making waves through the nation as former megachurch pastor Robert Morris walked out of jail after serving 6 months on child sex abuse charges. Court records show Morris was released just after midnight from the Osage County Jail in Pawhuska. He pleaded guilty to last year to molesting a 12-year-old girl in the 1980s and will now serve 9.5 years of probation and the remainder on the sex offender registry for life. The case sparked major fallout at Gateway Church, and legal battles involving Morris and the church are still ongoing.
The U.S. Supreme Court is denying to hear the appeal of Oklahoma's Tiger King, also known as Joe Exotic. The High Court rejected Joseph Maldonado's passage request to overturn his conviction, leaving his 22-year federal prison sentence in place. He was found guilty in 2019 of a murder-for-hire plot targeting animal activist Carol Baskin, along with multiple wildlife crimes. His legal team argued there were errors in the case, but the justices declined to review it. Maldonado's passage also made several requests for a presidential pardon, but not been granted clemency.
New technology is rolling into Oklahoma to help better track severe weather. The National Severe Storms Lab is adding 3 new mobile Doppler radar trucks to its fleet, each costing about $1.5 million. Researchers say the updated radars can scan storms in real time with much more precision than traditional systems. Scientists can operate the radars from inside the trucks or remotely, giving them flexibility during dangerous conditions. The goal is to improve forecasting for tornadoes and wildfires and provide more accurate, timely information to meteorologists. Officials say it's the first time in 20 years the lab has received new mobile radar units.
It was another windy day here in Stillwater, but what can we expect tonight? Zach Berger is in the Weather Center today with our evening forecast. Zach?
Yeah, Chance, I think we can expect pretty much more of the same. Currently, we sit at 81 here in Stillwater with 10-mile-per-hour winds out of the southeast. Now, wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour, but that humidity is so high here in Stillwater. Our real feel still sitting at 82. So you won't get any cooler temps from that as we look across Stillwater. Clear, clean skies out with that wind, but Chance Reagan might be throwing on the rain jackets here soon.
All right, well, thank you, Zach. Well, one OSU student is taking in some unique pets.
The Daily O's Miranda Martinez spoke with them to find out more.
This little lady on my shoulder, if she got out into America, we would have an invasive species on our hands.
Who's that girl you see playing with bugs? That's Caitlin Wang. She's an entomology major at Oklahoma State University. You may have also seen her on social media where she showcases the bugs she interacts with.
Hello and welcome to Critters with Kai, where I give you a quick recap of some of the critters I've seen this week.
Caitlin's interest in insects grew when a friend gave her Luna moth eggs.
I think the story goes that he was like running errands or something, and he came back and 2 of them were already mating in the tent. He was like, well, I don't want to raise them. Do you want them? I was like, yes.
Her roommate Elise explains what it's like to live with Caitlin.
Well, one time we were at Brahms, and I still bring this up to her, and we were all just like eating our burgers or whatever, and I see her and her eyes just start shifting, and she goes, "Pow!" She catches a fly, and she just pops it in her mouth. Completely straight face, and then didn't say anything.
Caitlin's friend Lily said Caitlin is one of a kind.
Who else do you know that just has moth pupa in their fridge? I don't know anybody else personally.
Yes, you heard that right. Caitlin had to artificially make the moths go into hibernation. Since October, there have been 29 moth pupa living in her mini fridge.
Which is such a weird thing to say. How people would be like, oh, how are the caterpillars doing? I'd be like, they're in my fridge. They're like, huh?
Her friend Ashley is an entomology major as well.
From the very first moment I met her, it was really apparent. She was so happy to talk about anything insect related. She was incredibly passionate about making sure that we knew exactly how much she liked insects.
Caitlin has not finished her journey with the moths yet.
I'm planning to do a release party, inviting all of my entomology friends and all the people that help me. Because I had several friends because I don't have a car, I had several friends who I had called in a state of panic and be like, I need you to drive me to the Botanic Gardens now. I need fresh leaves now.
I was making my way to the bus stop, but I forgot that the bus stop's running at 6:45. Thankfully, a friend was able to drive me, and we made it to the gardens just as it was getting dark.
Caitlin will miss her babies after setting them free.
My hope is that they will get out there and find mates in the wild and reproduce and make more, so that hopefully in the coming year when I go out there to the Botanic Gardens, I'll see Luna moths.
If you want to see more of Caitlin's journey helping moths reach adulthood, you can follow her on Instagram at CrittersWithKai. For the Daily O, I'm Miranda Martinez.
I'm going to need to follow Critters with Kai. When we return, your timeline for the 2028 Olympics making their way to Oklahoma.
And a new hangout spot hits the town. The Daily O returns right after this.
Hi, welcome to Sugar Llamas.
Well, I'm the owner of Sugar Llamas here in Stillwater. My name is Chad O'Rourke. We want to create a customer-centric culture and create an experience for our customers when they come in. Our ice cream in particular, you can get it other places, but I'm only aware of like one other place besides the Sugar Llama in the state of Oklahoma that you can get it. We actually ship it in from up north, but when it comes to our coffee, you cannot get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere else in the world. You might find a blend similar to it, but you're not going to get Sugar Llama coffee anywhere but a Sugar Llama. It is proprietary to us. We really actually want to get more involved within our community. It's not just about making money, but it's about serving our community and becoming a part of the community here.
Ace in the Bowl salsa started many, many years ago. I was trying to find a recipe to take to a family gathering, and so I started messing around with different recipes, and I took a little bit from here and a little bit from there, and I came up with a salsa that is truly unique. Ace in the Bowl salsa is an olive oil based salsa with tomatoes, green chilies, green onions, and black olives. There's no sugar added, it's gluten free, low calorie, low carb, low fat, low sodium. So it's a very, very, very good alternative to any snack you may want. As of right now, I'm just looking to be in Oklahoma and having a successful business within the state. If my grandkids could ever take it over when they're old enough, that would be my dream.
Oklahoma City residents will get early access to Olympic tickets for the 2028 games in Los Angeles. Organizers say a special pre-sale for OKC and LA locals runs April 2nd through the 6th, with general public sales starting April 9th. Selected fans will receive a 48-hour window to buy tickets, with a 30-minute limit to complete each purchase. There are also limits up to 12 event tickets per person and just 4 for closing and opening ceremonies. Officials say more ticket opportunities and draws will be released later this year for those who aren't selected in the first round.
If you're looking for something fun to do in town, we have a look at where you can go.
While he might be in the Weather Center today, our own Zach Berger went out this weekend to show us a new spot to put on your radar.
The Hub, a new family entertainment center that's turning heads and bringing a central location to all things fun in small-town Stillwater. Located on the north side of town, just off Perkins, the Hub has fully been open for a little over a week, but is providing fun that you normally wouldn't find all in one place. Want to move around? Try out their pickleball courts, their bowling alley, and their arcade. Say you want to slow it down. Grab a bite from one of their food trucks, get a drink from their bar, or enjoy a film in their movie theater.
So whether it's playing pickleball, going to see a movie, or actually bowling, the variety alone is making the Hub a new entertainment epicenter here in Stillwater.
It's really good because you used to have to go to Tulsa or somewhere else to do stuff.
Oh, it definitely adds something to do here. We definitely needed something like this. It's new, it's updated, it's nice. But yeah, I think it's definitely just a good place to have because we don't really have anything like this here.
And with the new energy the Hub brings, it seems to be only going up from here for the city.
It gives me another place to beg my parents to take me to.
I definitely think it's going to get more popular. I think the longer we're open, the better it will be. We're going to keep on trying to make it as good as possible.
I'm actually coming back later today. It's for another friend.
Reporting from the Hub, Zach Berger, The Daily O.
Looks like you had a great time, Zach. But for those of us looking to get out the next couple of days, what can you tell us about our forecast?
Yeah, you know, if you're going out, you might be going out inside. The rain's going to be coming, but for right now, as we look towards the rest of tonight, some rain in the bottom part of the state, but nothing in our area. But moving into tomorrow, Wednesday, same thing, except you're going to see those cells of rain starts move to the northern part of the state, and really it's going to be picking up. You can see up there towards the night. So as we look into Thursday, early in that Thursday morning, overnight, really going to see that cell in that Stillwater area as the wind continues to push it towards the eastern part of the state and out of the state. Now, a couple things I think you should be looking out for. Those rainy conditions, like I said, they will be here. Some thunderstorms leading toward tornado potential, and then those high wind speeds are going to be picking up. So guys, if we go to the hub, we can, but we got to play indoor pickleball, not outdoor.
Okay, we'll be on the lookout, Zach. When we return, gas prices reach an all-time high. How this could affect you.
And the Supreme Court has struck down a ban on conversion therapy. We have the latest on why. The Daily O returns right after this.
We would design something, it was set on the counter, and people was either, if enough of them said, you know, this isn't it never made to the line. Dad was excited that they're all original. They were all designed on Mom's kitchen table, and it gets in your blood after a while.
We're very happy that Pamela and Michael have taken over the business and kept the family going.
We took the business over in 2017. When we found that it was available, we wanted to keep the legacy of family alive, but it was also incredible products that deserved to be a part of Made in Oklahoma's story. We were a part of Made in Oklahoma years ago, and so it kind of grew as Made in Oklahoma grew.
Oklahoma is ingrained into everything that we did. We've been here most of our life. That's what we entailed our whole business on, was the Oklahoma homegrown feeling.
Deep Fork Foods started in 2014. We started off with our nut products, and now we produce everything from jarred products to cookie mixes and pancake mixes and dried products for people, as well as our spice blends. Now we produce over 168 different products for ourselves and about 20 to 30 other companies in Oklahoma.
I'm Cindy Stewart. I'm one of the owners of Deep Fork Foods. We've gone from just making our own stuff and doing just small things to being able to co-pack and work with other companies and individuals within Oklahoma and across the United States as well.
I'm just really thankful for the journey that we've had so far and really look forward to the future where we're taking Deep Fork Foods and being able to provide more value for Oklahoma and its economy, as well as all the people within the state.
I love the opportunities that being in a food business provides. I absolutely love sharing food and good stories with people, so this just gives us another connection. And I can't wait to see where this path takes us with it.
Gas prices have skyrocketed above $4 a gallon for the first time since 2022. AAA says the national average hit $4.02, up more than $1 in just the past month. The spike being driven by soaring oil prices as the war with Iran disrupts global supply. Crude oil has jumped more than 50% since the conflict began, with shipping through a key Middle East waterway down more than 90%. Diesel prices are also surging, which could drive up costs for groceries and travel in the months ahead.
In a blow to the LGBTQ rights, the U.S. Supreme Court has struck down Colorado's ban on conversion therapy for minors. In an 8-1 decision, the court ruled the law violates a therapist's free speech rights under the First Amendment. And the majority says the law regulates speech, not just medical conduct, and unconstitutionally censors certain viewpoints. Conversion therapy is widely disputed by major medical groups, which say the practice can be harmful. The ruling could have national impact, as more than 20 states have similar laws on the books. The case now returns to lower courts for further review.
Golf legend Tiger Woods is facing DUI charges after a rollover crash in Florida. According to an incident report, Woods told deputies he was distracted by his phone before hitting the back of a trailer. Authorities say his SUV overturned after he tried to swerve, and deputies noted signs of impairment at the scene. The report says Woods struggled with field sobriety tests. Deputies also found prescription pain pills in his pocket. Woods denied drinking but says he had taken medication earlier.
King Charles III is set to visit the United States for a historic state trip. Buckingham Palace says the visit will take place in late April, marking the 250th anniversary of American independence and celebrating ties between the two countries. This will be Charles's first state visit to the U.S. as king, though he has visited the country nearly 20 times before. The trip follows President Donald Trump's state visit to the UK last year. The king is also expected to visit Bermuda during this trip, his first visit there as monarch.
It's one giant step in the world of science as NASA is sending humans back to the moon for the first time in over 50 years. Artemis 2 will lift off from Kennedy Space Center Wednesday at 5:24 p.m. 4 astronauts will loop around the moon on a 10-day mission. They won't land but will test life support systems, radiation shields, and emergency procedures to prepare for future missions. If successful, the crew will come with 6,000 miles of the moon, then return to Earth.
The struggling Cowboy baseball team faces a tall task. Grayson Buchanan is in the Sports Corner with their midweek matchup right after this.
My name's Dennis Abernathy. Lived here since 1968, and I consider myself one of Stillwater's oldest original family jewelers. Here at Dennis the Jeweler, we're more about personal service. My father always told me that anybody can sell the jewelry, and what we're doing is completely different, learning to do the repair work. That is one thing that will keep your business alive, because anybody can sell it, but not anybody can fix it. To me, jewelry is very, very personal. Every piece of jewelry has its own story, and I get to hear hundreds of stories from my clients, which I love to hear. There's always a story with it. I mean, you buy a piece of jewelry for a show of appreciation, a sign of love. There are a lot of different aspects for jewelry when you purchase it.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that and had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it.
Welcome back to the Daily O and welcome into the Sports Corner. I'm Grayson Buchanan. Let's get right to it. Baseball is a game of momentum, and after 2 walk-off losses to BYU, the Pokes are trying to get on the right side of it. Cowboys down in the Lone Star State taking on an always dangerous Dallas Baptist Ball Club. Last time these two faced off, it was an instant classic, ending in a walk-off bomb in Stillwater by Campbell Smithwick. And like mentioned, the Cowboys need to get it going after a run rule loss to Missouri State and 2 heart-wrenching losses to the Cougars of BYU. First pitch tonight is set for 6:30 p.m. Turning over from the diamond to the course, it was a successful day for Cowboy golf as they're coming home with a win in the Merido Collegiate. Oklahoma State was cruising in the tournament as they won by 18 strokes. The Pokes had 3 athletes in the top 5. They were led by juniors Preston Stone and Ethan Fong, who tied for first, both shooting 1 under par, as well as junior Eric Lee, who finished 4th at 1 over. The Cowboys hope to ride this momentum all the way until April 4th in Augusta, Georgia for the Haskins Award Invitational. More Cowboys are bringing hardware back to Stillwater. After an undefeated season of 24-0, national champion Sergio Vega earned the Hammer Award. This is awarded to the wrestler who wins the national championship in the NCAA most competitive weight class determined by the AWN. Vega is the third wrestler in Oklahoma State history to be presented with this award, joining some elite company after 174-pound Dean Hamidi Jr. won last season, followed by Alex Dieringer in 2016. Oklahoma State now leads with the most awards with 3 and is the only team to receive the award in back-to-back years. Well, we are in full swing for Cowboy football spring slate, and it has been filled with new names and new hope. But who are these stars that we'll be rooting for next season? Let's start with the running backs and go with a little backfield breakdown with Kyle Allen. Kyle.
Thanks, Grayson. And the backfield is going to be a real point of focus for Eric Morris and the new offense coming to Stillwater. And it's no secret that it's going to be revolving around Caleb Hawkins at first. Caleb Hawkins, one of the many players that came up with Coach Morris from North Texas in the offseason, was absolutely lights out for the Mean Green last year. 29 total touchdowns and 174 points accounted for Caleb Hawkins. There's a lot of reasons for Cowboy fans to be excited for this new running back in town, but you want to talk about a freshman? I'll give you KD Jones coming over from Jenks. I don't know how much action KD is going to see right away with as deep as this running back room is, but even as a building block for the future, KD Jones, a very bright spot. But one player that is going under the radar that I have an eye on, and I'm really, really high on actually, is Ayo Ajayi coming over from James Madison. Now, he's played at North Texas before and then was with the Dukes the last couple of seasons. He's had some injury issues. That's been the number one thing holding him back. But when he's been on the field, it's been lights out for Ayo Ajayi. He's someone that can really provide that spark, maybe as a number 3 in the rotation behind Page and Hawkins, but the more running backs, the better. I love running the football. It's going to be a good time on the ground in the offensive backfield for Oklahoma State. Grayson, back to you.
Thanks, Cal. We'll for sure be on the lookout. And one more thing before you go. Latrell Allman, Cowboy basketball future star, will be playing in the McDonald's All-American game tonight at 8 p.m. If you're looking to see what the young Cowboy can do against the country's best of the best, make sure to tune in. Well, that's all we have today from the Sports Corner, but don't go anywhere. Sweet potato, baked potato, fried potatoes, taters in 5. Chance and Reagan have it right after this.
I'm Travis Taylor. I'm the general manager for the Hotel Indigo Tulsa Downtown. I have a real good understanding of the food scene in Tulsa, and I've loved to see the way it's evolved over the years, and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name's Kevin Kyle. I'm the executive chef. I started here, the idea was to do something local. Everything that we try to do has Oklahoma products.
Tulsa is a big oil boom when we were the oil capital in the early 1900s. How Route 66 put Tulsa on the map. And the menu around that was, well, what would an oil worker take out in their lunchbox? That's how Prospect kind of came from.
We never get crazy busy, so we can do a lot of different things with food. And we can do things like wine dinners and have local dinners. We have a private dining room that people can come.
I think being at the heart of the old Route 66 has kind of weighed into us getting a lot of different things brought in from different areas of the United States. When I taste something on our menu for the first time, the first thing I go is, that's Tulsa.
My name's Kayla. I've been here since the beginning, so 4 years. Scratch is more focused on farm and mostly made in Oklahoma products, keeping it local. Sustainability is our biggest thing. That's one of the reasons why this place opened.
I've been the chef here at Scratch for 2.5 years. Started here as a line cook. Our food and drinks are a bit separate entities almost inside the restaurant. So the food is now up to 85% of the products we bring in are raised or grown locally. It's all based off of things that I grew up eating in southern Oklahoma, things my grandparents ate.
Fresh food, clean food, organic food, sustainability, that's all of our thing. From front of house to back of house, we're able to maintain both with freshness. But made in Oklahoma means we get it straight from the farms that are 20, 30 minutes, another little county away. We get it straight from them.
From major headlines to a major comeback, one music artist is stepping back into the spotlight. Lizzie Hoisington has that in your A-List update. Back to you, Lizzie.
Yes, Chance. Celine Dion is returning to the center stage this fall.
The singer announced on Monday that she will run a series of shows in Paris beginning September 12th. This will be her first full concert series since her diagnosis of stiff person syndrome in 2022. Dionne stated that she has felt her fans' prayers and support over the past few years, helping her gain the strength to perform again. The 10-show series is set to conclude on October 14th. Well, that's all I have for your A-List update. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks for that, Lizzie. It's time to celebrate America's favorite carb. It's National Tater Day. Today is about the mighty potato, a most loved vegetable. Whether you like them mashed, fried, loaded, or turned into French fries, there are more than 200 ways to enjoy a spud. The holiday may trace back in Kentucky in the 1840s, where people gathered to trade sweet potatoes. So go ahead. Grab some fries, a baked potato, or hash brown, because today, carbs don't count.
Well, before we go, let's go back to the Weather Center where Zach has our 7-day forecast. Zach.
Okay, y'all. All right, let's do it. Tuesday, 88 degrees, but we talked about those winds coming in and with that rain coming in as well. So we're going to see thunderstorms kind of for the rest of this week. You know, high staying in the 80s, 85 on Wednesday. We'll go back down to 81, but 85 on Friday with those thunderstorms like we see. But we will see a dip at the beginning of next week. High is 62 on Saturday, 66 on Sunday, and on Monday, 71. So, guys, we're laughing over here because Chance decided to pull out the fries early.
I think he's a little excited for Tater Day.
I'm sorry. I just got excited.
Okay.
I got to know, what is everyone's favorite kind of tater?
I mean, I'll go the classic French fry. I mean, it's classic. It makes sense. It works.
I got to go loaded baked potato. Classic.
I like my taters sweet. Nice little sweet potato. Can't go wrong.
Just like you. I got to go with just a classic breakfast hash brown. A little extra crispy. That's how I like it, but can't beat it.
Happy Tater Day, y'all.
Happy Tater Day.
Well, that's a look at today's headlines. Thank you for joining us.
Make sure to check out the Daily O tomorrow and the rest of the week for the latest happenings here in Stillwater and across the state. The Daily O, I'm Chance Annis.
And I'm Reagan Downs. Have a great night, everyone.
My wife lived east of here, about 35, 40 miles, something like that, over at Lamont. I was dating her from over at Alba when we were going to college. I knew about the well then. It was a great well. It was great water. I'd stop there, stick my head under it, wake up, drive on home, that kind of thing. And people talked about bottling this water. And so that's why I started thinking about doing that. And so in 2003, the property come up for sale. And so we started working on that, had the opportunity to buy it. The hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. This company means a lot to me because I guess we started it from scratch. And to be able to have it where it's at today, I don't see this as the end at all. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess, and our family started it. Hopes are when folks drink our water is that they'll drink it for a few days and find out the difference. They'll start feeling better because there's been no chemical in our water. There's a list of good things that we have. We don't have any bad things in it. I see the future of Divine Water as being worldwide, which will bring outside dollars into the state. It means a lot to me because I started it, I guess,